Hello, I'm Jonathan Milam here with a wonderful cornet, really a very, very special instrument. This is a Conn 38A Victor Special, only made for 5 years, and this one is in fantastic condition for a horn that is right on the verge perhaps of 80 years old, perhaps as much as 82 or 3. At least 78, 79. I'll play first on it just a little bit. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some older mouthpieces today. This is a Vincent Bach Corp 7C. Nice little piece. They do make the Bach mouthpieces have gone through different eras. I'll play an older one. But this one has got as usual for the 7C, quite a deep throat. A little more relaxed throat, quite a deep cup, a little more relaxed throat than some that I've seen. Great sounding instrument here. Hope you enjoy this vid while you're watching it. I'll piddle around a lot on these are a few of my favorite things, it's just a gorgeous song, some really haunting melodies to it. Of course, the Conn 7C is a fairly deep bowl cup, so you are getting more of a full sound. Not quite the piercing sound that I expected, and I'm not going to try and bring that out, but this model horn has a tendency to be extremely mouthpiece sensitive. Well, having said that, let me give it a little more mouthpiece sensitivity. This is a Trent Austin lead. It's a fairly shallow V cup with a Warburton 6-star back bore. Nice, isn't it? Great tone. Now I'm going to try a Bach Mount Vernon 7, not the 7C. This is a very deep V cup, almost a complete V with a relatively tight little throat. Gives it a very airy sound and very, very interesting. Of course, the trumpet is 80 years old. The mouthpiece is probably 50 or so. A very interesting combination. Again, I think with the deep V, you get kind of a breathy feel. And lastly, I'll use a mouthpiece that's probably more accurate. This year of horn really takes a very short shank mouthpiece, and I think this Curry vintage cornet piece is probably appropriate size-wise. Huge entrance on this. The throat is an 18 drill and a very, very deep cup. So again, we're getting more of a dark, breathy tone. Just, I think it works very well with this. the next line is, when the dog bites. And then if I could do a row, it'd be really nice. Okay, let me move in and talk a little about this instrument. Very, very nice. I've had the Conn 38A, which is the large bore brother to this Victor Special. The 80A has got a bore size, once you get past the main tuning slide, that is a 484 or 485, if I remember correctly. That's huge. That's like a valve trombone. And it's so big, it would put out such a nice tone, and it's very similar to the Conn 38A Constellation, which has that same large bore size. Different wrap, of course. But this is what they called the Soloist. And they put it out for people that were playing a long time, didn't want to have to contend with that huge bore, taking all of their wind and all of their lip for the night. So they made this, which is the same wrap as the 80A, but this was medium large bore, I think they called it. And I believe it stops at about 459, 459 thousandths. So much more manageable, in fact, like the medium large bore trumpets that we have today. You'll notice something different about this. And I mentioned on the review of an 80A that I did several years ago, I'd taken that horn in to get some repair work done. And the repairman, great guy, best band in Houston, he called me up and he said, Jonathan, your tunable bell instrument is ready. And I thought, tunable bell? Did I take a trumpet by? I've had the Schilkes that had the tunable bell, and Getzen one time that had a tunable bell, and I was thinking, what did I take by there? But this has got a micro tuner that is actually coming out of the first valve in the bell wrap. And so technically, it is indeed a tunable bell. So you've got this little piece here that will turn, and just very microscopically, you can see the intonation. I've been playing this with the main tuning slide, which also works. I've been keeping that all the way closed and just using the micro tuner here a little bit. And I love these micro tuners. King used to build them on some of their cornets here, and you could just twist a little bit. If you've ever tried to tune your horn and it's not perfectly lubed up, you try and bring it in just a little bit and it jerks in about ½ an inch. And then you try and push it out and it kicks out about 3/4 of an inch. But with these micro tuners, just a little slide there and it's just so nice. About as much of a turn as you can give it here, only brings it down about a 1/16 of an inch. Tremendous. Plus, the closer you are to the end of the horn with your tuning aid, the better the intonation is of the instrument, which is probably one reason that flugelhorns drive me crazy, where you're just pulling out the lead pipe a little bit. It's so far from the bell, it's just, well, flugelhorns are not my favorite instrument. But at any rate, this horn also deviates from the Victor, which was made, or the 38A, in that this was the special. Most of the horns that Conn was putting out, the regular Victors of this wrap and model, were all brass instruments, but on the special, they put out the nickel silver trim, which is abundant here. You've got it on the lead pipe, you've got it on the valve slide pieces, and you've also got it on part of the valve cluster. You've got it on the micro tuner here as well. Makes for a gorgeous instrument. And this particular instrument I picked up just a few days ago from a guy in the medical field in Greenville, is in unbelievable shape. I don't believe it's been refinished. I think it's original condition. He bought it, I'm guessing, in the 60s or early 70s. Might have sat unsold for that length of time in the music store. But at any rate, you can see the special also has more detailing for the length of the horn, or the length of the bell from the bell crook on. Very, very nice. Very little wear on this instrument. Cornets are a little harder to play than trumpets, in my opinion. And a little more of a finesse instrument, again, in my opinion. But I think because of that, perhaps, this one has shown almost no wear, and it's about 80 years old. I think that summarizes about everything I've got to say. Anxious to listen to this vid myself. Wish I had some really shallow cups, because this particular wrap, like the 80A, does give you a tremendous amount of ability to alter your tone with your mouthpiece choice. The bowl shape, a little brighter tone. The shallow bowl, of course, really make it scream. The deep V, a little darker tone, but very mouthpiece sensitive. Again, thanks for spending time. This is the Conn 38A Victor Special from this one particularly, I believe, 1939. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you have a great day. Thanks as always for tuning in.